Jeff about this in the press conference room, but Colin Lacey, he's a special talent at wide receiver. How's he impressed you since you two guys have been working together?
He's been really good. I think just his savviness is something that he has that not a lot of other people have. He's really good at reading coverages. He understands when to go full speed, when to slow it down in tempo and zone. He's got a really good feel for the game. I think getting him the ball is going to be important just because he's really good when it's in his hands. He's grown a lot in the offense. I think at first it's definitely a lot for somebody who's brand new to it, and I think he's really comfortable with it now, and it should be a really good year for him and all of our receivers.
So he's one of many in that receiver room. Louisville. You guys are bringing back quite a few. The guy that's kind of has some physicalness to his Chris Bell.
Yeah.
What's your impression of him?
Chris Bell's he's a dog, man. I think him and I have developed a really good connection this past offseason. Just how he practices. He's leading the group. I think he's a really good leader for that group. Just his presence out there on the field. He plays so fast. He's very physical. He can block. He can run routes. There's not really a downside to his game. So I think if he can stay there mentally and not get too down on himself and not get too high, he can't be stopped.
Have any of the receivers kind of surprised you with something they've been able to do since you've been here?
Yeah, I really think some of the guys who haven't gotten as much playing time last year, Qataris Hicks, obviously Ja'Cory Brooks transferring in, a lot of the new guys, Jane Thompson, Jamie Callaway, they're freaks athletically wise. And same thing with Jaleel McClain, and those guys are really, really talented. I think you throw them in any position, they're going to go make plays. So I think it's definitely a confidence boost for me going in there.
What about some of those guys in the tight end room, in case there's not something like on the outside and you have that old reliable safety blanket in the middle?
Yeah.
Like what's it like tossing to those guys?
It's been great. I think you got Isaiah Cummings and Jaleel Skinner, who are athletic freaks. They're 22, 23 mile an hour guys at tight end. And it's, you get them the ball in space in the flat, and they can go and score. And I think you got Mark Redmond and Jamari Johnson and Nate Kriske, who are kind of, veteran seasoned guys who've played some. They understand the offense, and they have a really good route running and blocking element to the game. Or I think they're kind of an all around NFL tight end type of guys. So I'm really excited to see what they can do, and I feel really confident throwing to them this whole offseason, and especially in the offense, because we're going to utilize them a ton.
And you've obviously got a lot of power in your arm, but you also have been, over the course of your career, kind of like a playmaker with your legs. But how do you balance, being able to use your legs as an asset, gain yardage, move the sticks, but also try and preserve yourself and not put you in harm's way and potentially get hurt?
I think it's definitely a balance, like you said. If it's third down or it's the end of the game, then you're going to do anything you can, or fourth down to get that first down. At the end of the day, you still want to protect yourself and get as much of those yards as you can, and be careful, especially at this point in my career, where what is one more yard going to make on a second and 10 or second and 9 or something like that. And so really being smart. I think the coaches do a really good job of that. That's why I wanted to come here, is because of the depth that we have at O-line and their philosophy, offensively wise.
How attractive was Jeff Baum's offense as far as your decision to come?
Yeah, I think that was a huge factor for me. Just kind of his history with quarterbacks, putting them into the league, and keeping them there. You got David Blau, you got a bunch of guys who have just stayed in the league, and I think for me it's just their knowledge of the offense and how they've been able to process a lot of different things and utilize it. And I think that's been my strength, coming from multiple offenses and understanding kind of the game more and more, and then taking it to this offense where I feel like we have a lot of talent and good coaches to go put it out there on the field where I don't think we'll be stopped unless we're making mistakes.